My name is Jillian Gernhardt. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about what my friend Jillian Glover does for a living. Jillian works for a firm called Equity National. Equity National is responsible for placing appraisers with the lenders and borrowers looking to get homes appraised. They also work in different titling services and loan closing services, loan funding services as well. Jillian specifically is responsible for setting and following up on appointments that are made between appraisers and a borrower or a lender whomever is scheduling the appraisal. Appraisals are pretty much required for a purchase of any new or pre-owned home, so they're definitely something that there's a need for. And Jillian does well at her job. She mentioned that she sets between 15 to 30 appointments a day, depending, of course, on volume and demand. She again plays the middleman, sort of the middle ground for the borrower and the appraiser. Most all of the appraisers are contractors, ranging in age from late 50s to early 20s. She did mention that there was quite a difference in the generation gap as far as how she would use communication with different age groups. The younger generation prefers not to have a phone call. They'd rather have an email or a text message if it's not important, of course. The older generation, above 40, prefers a voice-to-voice contact, if not face-to-face, if at all possible. And communication is key in her line of work, not only for setting and following up on the appointments, making sure everyone has the right time, everyone has the right location, all the pre-appraisal information that's required, of course. But if an emergency comes up, say an appraiser's on his way to an appraisal and, inclement weather strikes, or there's a traffic accident and they're going to be late, they'd call Jillian. Jillian would then relay that information to whomever is waiting for them at the property or the property waiting to be appraised. Now she can also be responsible at that point for getting another appraiser if one's available, or rescheduling it, of course, if that is a viable option. She has to be the bearer of good and bad news. Now, of course, the bad news being that an appraiser can't make an appointment, they're going to be late, there's not any appraisers available for that day and time. Of course, she's the bearer of good news too, when an appraiser can be there on time, and or there is an appraiser that can't make it, but then she miraculously discovers when he can. It is Jillian's responsibility to make sure these meetings go smoothly and that their scheduled appointments are on time. She gets credit for all of those things. It's sort of what she's graded on or rated on at work, and compared to against her colleagues is how many appointments are scheduled and kept, and of course, any complaints are very much so counted against her. Um, in her own small little way, I believe that she is helping people make their dreams become true. And we all want that dream home. We dreamed of it for forever. And in a small way, she's doing her part. We may not know if there's someone there getting their appointment for the appraiser to come, but we're thankful for them regardless. Again, that Equity National is definitely someone I would consider hiring if I were to do an appraisal and purchasing a property, and I would certainly want someone as active as Jillian conducting those appointments